Welcome, everybody. This is Jon Sharp, president of Hardenbergh Insurance Group. Thanks for joining us again today. As you know, we're in the middle of COVID-19. It's a serious market disruptor in all industries, big and small. And we thought it could be helpful to have our clients and friends of the community connect with professionals that serve in specific business sectors. This allows you to understand what's really going on in the different areas of local business from that specialist. So please welcome Nick Moustakas, managing partner at Moustakas of Nelson. Nick's company specializes in both corporate, employment, and healthcare law, and is headquartered in Haddonfield, New Jersey. Welcome, Nick.
Hi, John. How are you? Thanks for having me on today.
I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us, Nick. Hey, I want to ask you a couple questions here, and I'm going to start with, what have the last 2 weeks been like for you at Moustakas Nelson?
I gotta tell you, John, it's been crazy. I would have never imagined in our lifetime that we'd be dealing this, and I would be seeing this, our families. It's been a difficult time, but it's a transitioning time. We're all learning how to cope with this, work together to overcome this.
Let me ask you in particular too, I know that you do a lot of hospitals and healthcare systems. Those are a primary function of what you do. I'm sure you've been talking to them quite a bit. Can you tell us a little bit about, from your perspective, what's going on there and maybe give us some insight?
Sure. It's definitely been a very difficult time for them. One of the bigger issues, and I'm sure you've seen it on the news and on social media, are PPEs, personal protection equipment. So a lot of these facilities do not have masks, gowns. I've been getting calls from area CEOs to assist in trying to obtain some of that. Now, obviously, I'm an attorney. That's not my area, but of course, we're all here together and we're here to help. So I started calling around trying to find people that can get them. And we were able to get one of the area hospitals 40,000 masks and 100,000 gowns.
How about from an advice perspective, what kind of advice could you give the small business owner right now in regards to business law during the pandemic?
Sure. That's another really hot area. We're getting a lot of phone calls from business owners in regards to, do I need to pay my rent? Do I need to pay my mortgage? Do I need to pay my bills? People are being laid off, especially in the restaurant industry. I want people to take a look at their agreements. There's what they call a Force Majeure clause. In these agreements, a lot of times these clauses are put in there for catastrophes where you can't make payment. That doesn't mean you're never going to make payment, but it could delay you paying for a certain duration of time. The other thing, if there isn't a clause in there, we also have an impossibility or frustration of purpose. It's a legal term. And what that does is basically the same thing that we can argue, listen, they can't make these huge payments right now because they're out of business. They don't have patients, they don't have clients. Is there something that we can do? But here's the thing, a lot of people in the media are talking that you don't need to pay anything. You don't have to pay your mortgage. That's not accurate. You still have to try to make your payments, but you can call your lender, see what they can work with you if you can't make payments on something.
In the landlord perspective, are you seeing flexibility from the landlords when that call is being made?
Definitely. What I'm seeing is people working together, trying to get through this together. They realize that these businesses aren't able to make their payments right now. And especially, they can't pay their employees. There are no employees there and they're not making money. So they're coming up with unique ways. One business started a GoFundMe page where they're allowing people to donate money so they can raise money, allow the employees to work, and then go and distribute foods to hospitals and other people in the care center.
Okay, Nick, last question for you. I know we're all working from home. I know you are working from home because we've had that personal conversation. What's your favorite thing about working from home?
My favorite thing is I get to see my kids more than I ever did. That's been wonderful, spending more time with them. My lunch breaks are bike rides with them or lunch with them, which is wonderful. But the good thing is when I started the firm 3 years ago, the whole point was to have attorneys be able to work from home. So we were already geared up for this because a lot of our attorneys work from home. They have young children. They need to be there when the children are home from school. So for us, it was a seamless transition to do this.
It's great, Nick. I'm happy to hear that you're able to give that work-life balance to your staff and you're seeing it yourself. That's great for you and for your kids.
That's
Great.
correct.
Well, Nick, I really appreciate you joining us here for a couple minutes to answer some questions about what's going on from a law perspective with COVID-19. If someone wants to reach out to you directly, what's the best way for them to touch base?
I have two numbers. I'll give my direct cell numbers, 856-381-3494. And my office is 856-772-7801. Both of those numbers go directly to me. And before we finish, another big question that comes up is employees, employers. So that's been a big topic too. So if anybody's got any questions regarding that and how to handle that for their businesses, we can help as well.
Okay, great, Nick. All things law, reach out to Nick. Nick, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Great, John. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
Take care.